Raz, and Mindy Thomas host the #1 kids podcast, Wow in the World, and now they got a brand new episode on the upcoming solar eclipse. Thank you both so much for your time today.
Great to be here.
Guy, let's go ahead and start with you. The Great Solar Eclipse Party. Tell us a little bit about this episode that's coming to us April 8th.
Well, it's a very special episode of our podcast, Wow in the World. In this episode, Mindy invites me and all of our neighbors, Grandma G-Force and Thomas Fingerling and Reggie, to her solar eclipse party in the backyard of her gingerbread mansion. She's invited us on, sent the invitations out on toilet paper and attached them to our doors, which is a little weird, but we get to the party and there we will find some solar chips and dip and nacho cheese and a lot of treats and a lot of really cool information about this amazing phenomenon that we're all about to experience.
I mean, because Mindy, some schools that are along the path have the day off of school, science classes are going outside, people are booking up hotels. I mean, it's an event that's not going to happen, I believe, until 2044. So you really got to take the chance to really enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. This is an awe-inspiring moment, and we hope that kids take away what a big deal this is, that they get to be alive during this, that someday they're going to have a story to tell their own kids about the time that they experienced a solar eclipse, even if it's only a partial eclipse where they are. So we just really want kids to understand what a moment this is that they get to be a part of, that it's a really big deal, sort of the Super Bowl of the sky, Super Bowl of science.
There you go. That's a new hashtag. It's going to start trending this week. Guy, go ahead and explain to us, why do solar eclipses happen?
Well, in just very basic terms, it's when the sun is perfectly aligned with the new moon in a way that enables us on land to see it. There are eclipses that happen, sometimes every 6 to 18 months, but most of the time they happen over the ocean, so we just simply can't see them. And of course, they're very rare to happen over the United States. The next one, as you say, won't happen for another 20 years. This time, it's will be partially visible in all the lower 48 states, and across a band of 13 states, you'll be able to see the total solar eclipse. So essentially, the moon will be blocking the sun. Essentially, as the sun comes into perfect alignment with the moon, the light from the sun is blocked out. And at that moment, which is called totality, you will only see the sun's corona, the solar flares that are flying off the sun that we normally can't see because the sun's so bright, it washes it out. And it's an incredible, rare phenomenon that, again, only happens every 20, 40, depending on where you are on Earth, years.
Mindy, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about safety, because obviously there's going to be some, space museums and schools that are going to have protective eyewear so that people can watch this, but making sure that people are not just going out of their houses and looking up into the sky.
Exactly. I mean, I would say, first of all, common sense, listen to your eyeballs. They will tell you that staring up at the sun at any time is a pretty bad idea. It's harder to do than you'd even think, but you'd be surprised. So it is important to wear those special Mylar sunglasses. These are not regular sunglasses or cataract glasses or really dark sunglasses. These are a special material used to protect your eyes when staring at the sun. And only when the sun, if you are in the path of totality and the sun is completely blocked out by the moon and all you see is that little corona, that is the only moment, up to 4 minutes, that you can take off the glasses and stare up at the sun for the first time. And while you're doing that, we hope that you pay attention to the sensation on the rest of your body, how the temperature might change, listen to the sounds of nature, how the birds might be reacting differently. Everything sounds different, feels a little different. It might be even a little eerie for a few minutes. So it's a full body experience, and I hope that that everybody who gets to, especially if you're in the path of totality, that you get to experience that and all of it.
Oh, exactly. And Mindy, like you had mentioned, as far as, you might be a kid now, and by the time it happens again, you might be, an adult. But maybe some things as far as souvenirs or keepsakes that we can keep, and, maybe parents can do that for their kids, put them in their little box so that they remember we experienced the solar eclipse.
Yeah. Take a moment to record the moment, record what you see, record the sounds that you hear. I think that's probably the best keepsake you can get.
And keep your solar eclipse glasses in your memory box.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick moment to talk about the podcast and some of the other episodes that are on there too, because we just chatted recently about Wow in Space, your latest book. But let's talk a little bit about some of the other episodes. If someone listens to this one, what else they can find on there?
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead, Mindy.
Oh yeah, so we've got lots of fun episodes coming out. We've got an episode on how to speak cats. We've got a robot dinosaur chicken. We've got a fish doorbell. These are all real scientific stories and that we've created episodes for. So lots of great episodes coming up that cover all branches of science. And first and foremost, we look for science stories that wow us, and those are the stories that we think will wow our listeners as well.
And then final thing here, Guy, let's go ahead and start with you. During the eclipse, what are you going to be doing? Tell us a little bit about your routine and what's going to be happening.
Well, my plan for now is to go to Texas, although the weather is looking a little touch and go, so I might have to change my plans, but hopefully, fingers crossed, if all goes well, I will be around Killeen, Texas, right under the path of totality, experiencing the total solar eclipse.
What about for you, Mindy?
I am hoping to pile a bunch of kids in my car, including my own, and heading to Erie, Pennsylvania.
That is, I know, because everyone in Illinois is excited as well too, because we're along the path. So a lot of people are. Yeah.
You just go south. Yeah.
We just go south from there. And also, if you're flying that day, make sure, because I've been hearing that flight might be delayed, and things are going to be a little hectic if you're traveling on the roads or planning to fly that day as well too.
Yeah, of course.
You got to be careful. Guy, Mindy, thank you so much for your time today. Of course, the new episode, The Great Solar Eclipse Party, coming to us April 8th on Wondery and wherever else you get your podcast. And thank you so much for your time today, and a happy Solar Eclipse Day.
Happy Solar Eclipse Day.
Solar eclipse. Thanks, Rudy.
Thank you.